Hello my gorgeous loves out there and welcome. In today's video we're going to get into a project pan update. It has been exactly 4 months since I last did one and I want to show you guys what progress I've made so far. This will be like the second update for the year, but before we get into this video, if you're new here, hello, welcome. My name is Bree. I'm a crazy lover of all things beauty. I love to post a lot of fun colorful makeup content and I like to do a lot in indie makeup, so if that is what you're into, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. But with that being said, let's get into this video. Welcome my little love bugs. I hope you guys are all doing well. I am so happy I'm actually on time for once on doing one of these updates. I feel like I usually always like forget to do these and then like an extra month or so goes by, but I'm actually on the same day from 4 months ago for this video. So I'm pretty proud of myself. Now, I feel like I haven't made that much progress, but it's really because my lifestyle has kind of changed. I mentioned in the last update that I do not work in an office anymore, and then I used to like wear makeup every day. So really I'm only wearing makeup if I'm going out like on a date night or something over the weekend or when I film. So that has caused me to use makeup overall a lot less, and you're going to see it with the results in a 4-month span, but there's still results nonetheless. But before we get into it, if you're curious on what is on my eyes, I have the Artitude Ink and Roses palette on, and I did film a video with like multiple palettes, multiple looks, and I'm not sure if that video will be up before this one. It probably will be, so if you want to check that out, I'll link it below. I'll put it up in the corner. I like to always mention my makeup look. I also have like the Udin's Eye Love Language collection with Morgan Turner on my lips, 2 of the lippies, the highlighter from the Morally Grey collection from Beaute Bar. But my makeup will also be linked in the description in case you're ever wondering. But I think we should now get into this project pan. So we're going to start off with like the sequence in which I do my makeup. That's how I style this. And I'll leave timestamps if you want to know about a certain part, like powders, or maybe you just want to hear about foundations or skip around. I always do that in these project pans. So we're starting off with primer. And I actually have an empty in this category. So I have the Hourglass Vanish Airbrush Primer. This is where it was before. It was at the halfway mark and it's empty. I like opened the top. I dug like a brush, a spoolie, and really got everything out of this thing as much as I could. I'm sure I could scrape a little bit more off the sides, but this is an empty, which is pretty good because it was halfway there. And for wearing less makeup, and you know primer takes forever to get through because you don't need that much on your face before you put foundation. So I finished that up. And then I also had the e.l.f. Liquid Poreless Putty Primer, but it's at the same place. I have not used this at all because I was so focused on the one from Hourglass. So this is the same place, still at the top, still pretty full. So I'm going to focus on using this now, and it's a really nice one. It's good at like smoothing out the skin. So since I did finish up a primer, I'm going to add one. I'm going to throw in the e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I figured this would be a good one to go with, especially since you can kind of see through most of the packaging and it would help show the progress, make it easier for me at least. And this is a gripping primer, supposed to help make it last a bit longer on the skin, and we're in summer, it's getting hot, so I figured I could get some good use out of this one. And I can see through like with the lighting behind it where it's the product starts at, and it's like right up here. So I'm gonna mark that and I'll show you guys. I'm gonna use my handy dandy nail polish tool. A great idea that I got from one of y'all in the comments on one of my project pan videos. It's not the best line, but it's a line. Let me clean it up a bit with my nail because that's a little janky right now. So anyways, so that will be the starting point for the primer. All right, so at least I got to add something. Now we're gonna get into foundation. So I haven't completed a foundation in this category, but I've made significant progress on one of the foundations, and that's the Nabla Skin Realist Beautifying Tinted Balm foundation right here. So this is where it was at. I don't know if you guys can see. The line was right here, and this is where it's at now I love that you can see through this bottle. It makes my life so much easier that way than trying to like eyeball it. So I'm gonna mark it. And I have a good feeling that by the next update, I will have gotten through this completely. That is at least the goal. Trying to clean this line up. So that is where the new line is at. That's pretty good for a person who is not wearing makeup every day like they used to. Because literally I had makeup on almost 7 days out of the week. And now it's like 2 days out of the week. Or sometimes 3 if I'm filming a lot in 1 week, maybe even more. But I mean, I've gotten a good chunk of this done. So I'm going to be proud of it. You know what? Because it's about using things that you have and using some stuff up. And then I have the Kimchi Chic, a really good foundation. I feel like I used this a couple times and I can kind of see in this open gap that it's like slightly further down. I don't know if you guys can tell. It's so hard with this lighting. So I'm just going to mark it a little lower. Just a little. Because I swear I've only used this maybe 3 times. 3 or 4 times off camera. So I don't expect much movement, but that is where it's at now. It's just really hard to see. It's just like if the foundation is thicker, it's harder for it to completely settle down. Then I also had the Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place makeup. I didn't use this at all. I'm starting to get a full-on tan, and this is 4-in-1, so it's a deeper shade. So I think I can really start using this now that I've been in the sun a lot. I've been going out like paddleboarding to the beach. So I think this is going to start to work better for me because it was a little bit on the dark side for a like winter shade. But I'll show you guys. It's still pretty much at the same place. This one you can kind of see where it settled at. So I can see that it's pretty much at the same place it was when I unmarked it in the last update. So it's okay. We're going to keep on keeping on. And then I also had the KVD True Portrait. This is the liquid to powder foundation. This one I don't really think I've made much progress. It looks like it's at the same place as it was before. It's just because I've been really like focusing on the Nabla one. And then when I did not use the Nabla one, I kind of went more into the Kimchi Chic one. So that's okay. Like I said, I didn't do that much this time around. And so because I didn't finish up any foundations, I'm going to not add any more and just keep chiseling away at the 4 that I have in this project pan. I've been trying to film more and stuff, so hopefully I can work on getting some more done. Hello loves, it is Future Bree, and I realized I forgot to include some things in this video, per usual. I always seem to miss something, but I did not talk about my concealers part of this project pan. So now we're gonna go over it, and I'll show you guys my progress. So I did finish up a concealer, yay, but there wasn't that much product left in here in the last video. It was right here at this point, but I'll show you guys inside. Like I scooped in there, took out the stopper, and you can see it's like goes all the way to the end. At least I think you can see. Can you see there? But yeah, there's like nothing. I can see that the bottom is complete. And then the other concealer, which I feel like I made a little bit of progress on, it is the One Size Beauty Turn Up the Base Butter Silk Concealer, and I think medium neutral. And this one was here before, and it feels like it's somewhere here. I can kind of see through the container. I don't know if it will really show up for you guys very well, but it's like somewhere at like this point, which I think is pretty good. So I'm gonna mark it with my nail polish and put it right there, which I think is pretty good. So you can see the new line and where it's at now. And then the other concealer I was working on is the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Sculpting Concealer. I don't think I made any progress on this one. This is the shade Nude. It is basically at the same line. Like I went in there, took the stopper out, scraped down the sides so I could really see in the bottle. And it looks like it's in the same place. You guys can see. So this is the one that I wasn't really focused on very much. I think I put more attention into the other 2 concealers, but that's okay. You know, that's okay. I was able to get through a whole concealer. I didn't have a lot left, but like I've said before, you don't need a lot of concealer to cover under the eye, so it takes some time even to get a little product used up on a concealer. And then I made a good little dent in this One Size Beauty one, so I'm proud of that for not wearing makeup as much. So I will now take you back to Passpre so she can go over the rest of the products with you and wrap up the video. Then we're going to get into powders, and I haven't finished up any powders either, but I think I have some bigger pans. So I have the Peach Perfect powder, and I think I've made some progress on this one. You guys can see it's so hard with this lighting, but the powder is like right down here, if you guys can see. So it is definitely lower. This is like the only powder I really ever use to like set my under eyes, my foundation, and my concealer. So there is the new line of where it is at now, right there. Happy with that. I'm working on this. I mean, powders this big take a while to use up. Then I also had the All Nighter Urban Decay. This is the waterproof setting powder. And this one, I'm pretty sure I have a bigger pan. I have been using this for touching up, adding a little bit more coverage to my foundation. And you know, I'm working on this. It's a big pan. So I'm hoping that maybe by next update, I'll have a really big pan, or this will be completely finished. Then I was also working on the Juvia's Place. This is their foundation powder, I believe, in Bogota. I think the pan is definitely bigger on this one too, because I have been using this as like a finishing powder or to add a little bit more coverage to a foundation as well. I have been pulling for this here and there. Then I also have the NYX High Glass Finishing Powder, and I've been going for more of a glowy effect right now. I feel like I just want to be like a bronzy, shimmery goddess because we're in the summertime. So I've been using this quite a bit, even putting it like on my chest and stuff, and just using it as a finishing glowing powder. And here is where it's at. I do feel like the pan is bigger. Hopefully I'm not delusional, but that's where the pan is at now. And I think that is it for individual like powders. And then we're gonna get back to this Park Ave Princess palette from Tarte that has been the death of me. It has been so hard to finish this up, and I'm still not completely done, but we have 2 full pans to add. Okay, look at it. So this still had like powder all on the edges when I last showed you. It's completely empty. I dug out the corners, and I'm pretty sure that the 2 like bronzy shades that are left have bigger pans. So my goal, at least my goal for the next update, is to at least have 1 completely done. I highly doubt I can get 2 because I mean, we're on the 3rd year of using this and it's still not completely finished. It's really hard to use up a face palette, and this is like mainly the main like lightening and brightening powder I use, and the main bronzers I've been using every time I do my makeup, and I still have a good amount left. I swear, I can't wait to be completely finished with that. And because I got like 2 pans down in that, I figured I might as well add a bronzer. Like, because I do feel like I'm really getting finished with those 2 bronzers in there, and we're coming close. So I'm going to throw in the LYS No Limits Matte Bronzer in Harmony. This one already has a pretty decent sized little pan in there, right? I feel like I could get that bigger as well. I tend to travel with this one. I don't bring the Tarte one with me when I travel. So I just make this my travel bronzer for the year. And because of that, I think I'll be able to make a bigger pan in that, because I do have travels coming up. I'm going to Tampa, I'm going to Japan and South Korea for 2 weeks, so this will be the bronzer I'll be using, and I have some other trips in the works, so I know I can get some progress on this bronzer. And then we have what is left, eye primers. So I'm still not done with this Glam Light Icing Eyeshadow Base, and I have not touched the Smashbox one at all. So I'm just going to show you. It's still in that place. I ain't used this once, and I'm not even speaking English here. And the Icing Eyeshadow Base from Glam Light is never ending. Never ending. So I'm going to go and like squeeze it down and see how far I can squeeze before the product starts to come out. Okay. Right here. This is where it is when the product is starting to squeeze out right at the tip. So I'm going to mark that. I'm gonna get through this dang eye primer. I'm not gonna add any eye primer because that would be like delusional to do that. You just need so little product. But I mean, this is the only real eye primer I use every time I do my eye makeup. Unless I'm like trying a new primer every now and then, I'll use a different one. But geez, y'all, eye primers are no joke. I'm not taking work to use up. But it's just because you need just a little bit of product to cover your eyes. But here's the new line. So my goal is just to be completely done with this by the next update. I'm pretty sure this will be empty and then I can celebrate using up an eye primer and then focus more on this Smashbox one. And I think I won't be adding another primer even if I finish the Glam Light one. And that's basically it, y'all, for this update. There was small little wins, little bigger pans, a little bit lower on some stuff. I did finish at least one product and I'm going to be happy with that. I'm going to be like cool with that. And I completely panned 2 powders in the Tarte palette. And I know I have bigger like pans and bigger dips and some of the other powders. So I'm happy. You know what? For a person who barely is wearing makeup compared to how I used to, I just think it's a win. At the end of the day, I'm using up products and I'm still making a conscious effort on using the things I have. But you guys will now have to let me know, what are your thoughts in the comments below? Did I do pretty good? Do I need to do some more work and try a little harder? Are you working on a project pan? I would just love to hear from all of y'all. And if you're new here and you enjoy this video, you like a lot of fun, colorful makeup content, you like a lot on indie makeup and all that good stuff, then please hit that subscribe button and join this little family. I would love to have you here. Also, don't forget to check out the description below. I will have all the products linked that I mentioned today. I will have my makeup link. Like I said, I did film this look and I have the Artitude Ink and Roses palette on my eyes. I will also link my other Project Pan updates, the Project Pan playlist if you want to see more videos like this, and I will have my contact and my social media platforms linked. I'm also on Instagram as Breezy Lifestyle and Breezy_beauty. So if you want to join my Instagram fam, I would really love that. But guys, thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video, for being here, supporting my channel, being so amazing. I just appreciate you guys all so much, and I hope all of you are doing well wherever you are in the world, and just send you guys so much light and love. But until next time, bye guys.